Have you ever been in a relationship but still felt completely alone? I was present, sitting right next to my partner, smiling with the remote clicking through TV, saying I'm good, while silently falling apart inside. I didn't mean to be cold. I wasn't trying to hurt or be avoidant, but the truth is, I didn't know how to love emotionally. And the worst part, I didn't even realize it. So if you've ever loved someone who shuts down when it matters the most, or maybe you're the one who disappears when things gets real, this is a conversation we need to have. And we need to have this conversation because emotional unavailability doesn't always look like distance. Sometimes it looks like silence sitting right beside you. You can be in love. You can live in the same house and still feel like you're living two separate lives. For years, I didn't know how to show up emotionally. And not because I didn't care, but because I never learned how. That's the truth. Nobody taught me. Not a parent, not an uncle, not school, not church. And growing up, I wasn't mistreated. But I was told and seen and shown that real men don't cry, that emotions are weakness, that silence means strength. So I carried that belief into manhood, into relationship after relationship after relationship, and into marriage. And when life got hard, I created a habit of just disappearing, but not physically, but emotionally. And the relationships I cared the most about paid the price for that silence. But there was one moment, a moment that I never forget. I married and my wife looks at me and she says, "You okay? What's going on?" And I froze. Not because I didn't hear her or because I didn't care, but because I didn't have words. And the more she tried to reach me, the more I would shut down. But let me tell you why. When you spend when you spend much of your life unaware of or out of touch with your emotions, you don't just hide them. You don't know how to feel them, how to access them. So when you're asked, "What are you feeling?" all you can say is, "I'm fine," or "I'm good." But really, you're not fine. I didn't know that it was okay to admit and to say out loud, "I'm overwhelmed," or "I feel like I'm failing," or "I don't know how to fix this. I don't have an answer." Not once in my life had I heard or seen another man speak like that. And, we get into relationships, and it's like our partner is speaking in beautiful colors, and we only see black and white as men. So we default to what we know: protecting, providing, solving. But what our partners needs, what she needs, is connection, presence, honesty. Not a fixer, not a wall. She needs you, open, raw, and imperfect. But if this is home with you, I want you to comment. I felt this wall before because I promise you, you're not alone. You are not alone. And for a long time, I thought I was doing the right thing until the silence in the relationship got so loud that I couldn't ignore it anymore and I had to do something. But here's what changed everything. Early in the marriage, I had to face the truth. I wasn't showing up for my wife, and I could see how it was affecting her and affecting us. And again, not because I didn't love her, but because I just didn't know how. And that broke me. And I realized I had to do something to set us free, to set myself free. And healing didn't start when I found all the right words. It started when I stopped hiding. So I sought help and I practiced the wisdom that was shared with me. Little things like admitting I'm not okay today, or I'm feeling anxious, or hey, can I have a moment? I'm not shutting you out. I just need a moment. Family, it was clumsy, it was awkward, it felt unnatural. But my wife didn't need perfection. She needed effort. And when she saw that, she leaned in. And not because I was fixed, but because she could see that I was trying. And if you're in love with someone who feels or seems to be emotionally unavailable, I need you to hear this. It's not always that he doesn't care. Sometimes he just doesn't know how. Um, he may have never seen healthy vulnerability. He may not even know there's a wall because it's been up so long that he thinks it's naturally him. But you can't force change. You can't break the wall for him. But you can be the first safe place he's ever known. Just don't forget, you deserve that same safety as well. And my brothers, if that silence feels familiar, this part is for you. Your quiet doesn't make you strong. Your vulnerability doesn't make you weak. You weren't meant to carry all this alone. Our body keeps score and it tells on us. So start where you are. Start beginning to say, I'm tired, or I'm trying, or I'm trying to figure this out. She doesn't need perfection in the answers. She just needs you. And that emotional wall that I live behind, it almost cost me everything. But brick by brick, I started to break it down. And eventually, those bricks that I broke down, I used to make a bridge to my wife. And if this message touched you, I want you to hit that like button. And not for me, but because someone else needs to hear this. So share this with someone who's trying to love better. And I want you to comment below if you've lived behind the wall, or if you tried to love someone who has. I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next time you hear someone say I'm fine, you'll know that there's a lot more underneath it. Love doesn't always need fixing. Sometimes it just needs understanding. And that's where healing begins.